Hey guys, welcome back to Kuma Reviews. We're taking a look at Action Toys' Machine Robo Series 01 Bike Robo. So obviously this released, I believe, a couple of years ago. I'm just now getting my hands on it. I kind of passed on it when it first came, and now it's back on TF Source for a moderately cheap price. I think it's like 40 bucks. So I said, what the heck, why not? I was buying a couple of Machine Robo Series toys outside of this, and this is my chance to have the first one of the more popular characters in Bike Robo. So let's see how it is. Height-wise, this one, I'm looking at 4¼ inches tall. Accessories. The standard base. He's got an axe here, a couple of handlebars, and then this piece right here actually attaches to the stand. And it pegs into him, so it can be used as kind of a flight stand and things like that. These are just extension pieces here. So we'll put those in the back. In fact, we'll just get all of this out of the way. And he also has this kickstand here that I had covered up. Alright, so again, 4¼ inches tall. No worries, we'll get the comparisons and stuff like that in there. So moving him more centered. And if you're like, wow, this toy looks really familiar, but I don't remember where I knew it from as a kid. If you're in the US, it's probably GoBots. So GoBots used some of the Machine Robo characters, made him different. He was actually Psykill, so he had multiple faces and things like that. He was a villain versus a hero in Machine Robo in GoBots. So yeah. And also the Psykill, I think that's the one that they use as kind of a fodder character in a lot of the Transformers comics and stuff like that. You randomly see him getting killed by Megatron and this and that, but yeah. So you guess your roundabout there. The head. It is not a ball joint, but because of this part on the back, it can't just do the full 360. It's like, I think you can make it if you try, and these wheels are detachable. They're modular pieces, but I'm not going to stretch it. Alright. Up and down. Okay. Then let's see if he does have some side-to-side head rock. Shoulders. That's the parallel. And you got to watch these wheels. They don't come off easy, but when you're trying to work with the shoulders, which are pretty tight, they can tend to pop off. There's 360. Bicep swivel. Single jointed elbows, but goes past 90 degrees, which is good. The wrist, no movement at all in the wrist, which is surprising. Okay. Boom. Boom. Okay. So, outward, forward. These pieces do go back some. Backwards. Knee bend. And it goes well past 90 degrees, even though it's a single knee bend ball joint. Okay. Oh, are we looking at thigh swivel there? He does have thigh swivel, which is nice. Ankles. Okay, back and forth. And then tons of swivel both ways. So in terms of the weapon, just pegs in. He's got his axe there. And he's just awkward. I don't know how to describe it, but part of it's because he has swivel at the actual thigh, and then because his knees are ball joints, he has more swivel, but yeah. And then the real lack of parallel with the arms. It's just not the most fun toy to pose. Bring that up a bit. Like, I love the sculpt. Stylization on this is great, but it's okay. But it's nothing to write home about in terms of articulation, as you guys see here. Alright, now trying the transformation. This is my first time doing it. I'm just going by the instructions. It doesn't look like it's too crazy, so let's see what we got. It says take the wheels off first, which I figured would be the case. It says pull this part up, and you'll notice like the back came up with it. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so it shows the arm swung upwards. And then make sure the hands should be faced in like that. So what it wants you to do, it says turn these slightly forward. And then apparently they press inwards. Oh, okay, I see it. So slightly forwards, they press inwards, and you can start to see how he holds the wheel as the bike. Okay, so that's cool. I got you. Then from there, so let's go right on ahead. Insert the wheel between his hands. So let's do that. Boom. Okay. Now, it's having us insert these handlebars. Am I doing it on the right side? Probably not. I'm normally not that lucky, so let's see what we got. Well, okay. There we go. There's a handlebar. And you'll know which side it's supposed to be on. So there's a slight offset between the peg and the handlebar. The peg should be forward. And once you have it in hand, you'll know what I'm saying. So they slide right in. Let's figure out where they're supposed to go. Now I saw this split at the crotch. It's saying this is where we go ahead and take that plate. Swing those outwards. Now, it looks like it wants those outwards. The knee, hip forward. Then put the knee down. Okay. From there, I don't know if it's this part that splits or what. Okay. So now it's going back to the front. And it's having me swing this part upwards. Okay. Now it's going back to the side. And it looks like this part goes up. And then it just popped out the ball joint. So let's pop that back in. Jiminy, it popped out so easy, yet it's hard to pop back in. Okay. So now I'm just looking at the instructions for how it's supposed to look. And it looks like per the instructions, this is supposed to end up facing inwards, the foot. But how exactly do you get it there? Another ball joint that's really hard to... Alright. So that goes inwards like so. Then the whole thing goes like that. And then from there, the foot goes down. Okay. Now, I guess this part was supposed to be up. It's saying to flip it in. And then this part goes as well. Okay. And then apparently it's saying to do the same thing for the other side. So I'm going to do that. Well, we can do it quick. So there's that. Set. Make sure that part's down. This part comes around. I want to make sure that piece is outwards there. That crotch plate. Okay, there's that. And this will go back. Let's go to the side. This will go all the way around. Then the foot can come down. Yay. Okay. Now, it's saying that the other wheel should go in between these two pegs. 1, 2. Alrighty. It's saying that these two pegs should peg into each other, which they do. This is, for the way the instructions kind of make it look, a surprisingly easy transformation. This is actually pretty cool. So let's see where it wants things to go. So it's got these two T-pegs here. So it's wanting that to extend. And then this apparently goes into the chest. So where those extend, bring this forward. And then this should peg into the chest, which it does. Okay, boom. Easy enough. Alright. And then these do stay to the side. It's cool. Alright, that's just loose. But from there, that kickstand goes in here. Alright, so you can do that. And then the axe can actually get pegged into the rear side. So let's see. Okay, so it's actually the thinner part of the axe, it looks like, that goes there. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm just goofy. But okay. You can see the axe there. Now, it's saying that these are supposed to go upwards, which is all fine and dandy, but let me peg that back into the chest while I'm sitting here goofing off. One side wants to go up, this side doesn't. I'm sure a little bit of joint fix will help with that, but yeah. But there's that. Sharp focus there. And I mean, all four wheels roll. And raise the camera up so you guys can see it a bit. And again, this side raises up just fine. The exhaust pipe, that one does not. So, closing things out, we've got Action Toys' Machine Robo, Bike Robo, Blue Jet, as well as one of their sublines, Pose Plus Metals. I don't remember which in the series this is. I think it's 05, but it's by Kung Fu. I will say, outside of the originals, man, no company in modern history at very least has given this series more love than Action Toys. Says a lot for them. Now, the miniature Machine Robo series toys, not really the best quality. You kind of get what you pay for. They're that within that $40, $50 range, which is kind of bare minimum for little die-cast figures, but joints are kind of loose, this and that. They're not the most posable things, but they're nice little representations, and if you're a third-party Transformers collector, in particular, you're going to kind of recognize this design style from a certain company that we're not going to mention at the moment. But yeah, they are definitely, if you're a Machine Robo fan, they're definitely worth the cost of admission. But if you're not and you just want kind of cool robot toys, with everything out there right now, the way that trends have been going, technology's been going, designs have been going, this and that, I don't really think that these in particular are going to fit your fancy. Now, the Pose Plus Metal stuff, which I've reviewed, all of them, full pictorials on kumastyle.com, all that, by all means, like that's high end, pretty much best you can get in terms of mecha collecting. But these guys are kind of lower mid end figures. And again, if you're just looking for something that's really cool, robot, despot, things like that, something you're going to fiddle with, these ain't really it. But that's my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments. Check out the full written articles, and galleries on kumastyle.com. And yeah, like, share, subscribe. Hope everybody's summer's been going well, and I'll see you next review.